Hello, guys.
Feed your dick to an alligator.
I like
The DuckCast. Alright, guys, so, as always, it's Michael, Mitzy, and Cody. And we're going to be
And
talking...
my dog, apparently. I gotta let her in.
Okay.
Here, doggy.
And we're going to be talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, because the internet has not abused it yet, so, I honestly don't give a shit. It's a cool concept. I like it.
About that, Michael.
Michael
It is awesome. I do like this game. I actually am one of the people who've played both of them, not just the ones who watch people play it themselves. Watch people play.
I've only played the first one.
I've played both of them,
But
but
I watched all the way through the second one.
to be fair,
Watching people play it is so satisfying, though.
watching people play it is satisfying. I will admit. I will say, to be fair, the only version I played for the second one was a Kindle version of it, and it was extremely easy to beat that one. So I feel like the computer version's probabit's harder, but I did play the computer. But I did play the computer version for the first one, and I was too horrified to ever play it again. It's a good horror game. I actually first heard about it from I don't remember, it was either Mitzy or Meg posting pictures from it, and they posted pictures of Chica, who, by the way, is the one I'm afraid of the most. Yeah, Chica always was the worst to me, but it looked like it legitimately looked scary, so I looked into it. Then I watched Yamish. Is that his name? I don't know. He played it, and then I watched Markiplier play it because Markiplier went a lot more into it.
Yeah, I first watched Markiplier play it because I wanted to know because I saw the hype about the game, and I was like, I want to know what the fuck's going on with this bullshit. So I was just like, oh look, Markiplier played it. Let's check this out. And I screamed.
I pooped my bobby.
Honestly, if you see a big game out, the first thing you have to do is make sure Markiplier played it, because Markiplier is just going to make it enjoyable to watch.
Because Markiplier is God.
Markiplier is God.
If you can't tell, we like Markiplier.
I don't even like that many YouTube gamers. Markiplier is just too damn likable, though.
He's a cutie.
Mitzy and Markiplier.
We got the first DuckCast ship. It's Mitzy, Markiplier. It just happened.
Please.
Draw art.
Please.
What were you saying, Mitzy?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying Markiplier is really cute.
Oh.
Before that, I don't even remember. I think I was talking about how I like Chica, and oh yeah, I screamed. I was actually in a call with one of my friends. I don't remember who, but I screamed the absolute loudest I could on the first scare, because I was like, shit, I don't want to. I screamed really loud when Foxy came in.
Foxy's freaky.
Because I was like, he's not supposed to run! You're not supposed to move!
Yeah.
Foxy, I feel like Foxy, when he comes in and scares you, he should... Someone should make a mod or something where, instead of, the scream, it's just Hank Hill going, "Boo!"
Oh, by the way, guys, did you hear about the new...
That mod.
Did you hear about the new fan game today?
What?
I found a new fan game, and honestly, I watched several Let's Players play it. I could not find any of them that got the jump scare, because the game is extremely easy to beat. But it's Five Nights at Wario.
Five Nights at Wario.
It's not even Wario's, it's just Wario. They don't even add the S.
Wario. Five Nights at Wario.
And we have to watch Wario and Waluigi and make sure they don't make it into your room, and they never did. I could not find a video where you got the Wario or Waluigi jump scare. It might not exist. There's Five Nights at Buddy's. Has anyone here seen that game yet? Five Nights at Buddy's is, it's weird.
I've seen Five Nights at Adventure Island, where it's a Disney themed.
That one's probably the best spin-off game, because it's the only one that's kind of well-made, too. It's pretty well-made, actually, but it's...
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't live up to Five Nights at Freddy's, then again, it probably isn't supposed to.
It's scary, but it's a good...
So it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just saying.
mean, it's still fucking Mickey Mouse.
My dad is afraid of Mickey Mouse.
I give
My dad's afraid of a lot of things.
I
My
give
dad's
the game
afraid of
props.
Mickey Mouse.
I recently, on the Exploding Duck Brigade, did a Rise of the Critics episodes on Five Nights at Freddy's movies. I watched a bunch of fan-made movies, and I reviewed 3 that I thought were pretty good. I wonder when someone's like really just going to try to make a really good high budget, or at least somewhat of a budget movie for this.
I'd see that movie.
Because it's gonna happen eventually. Maybe not like in movie theaters, but like there's gonna be a fan
definitely
project.
not movie theaters. I highly doubt that this would ever.
I'd download a full 1.5 hour movie of Five Nights at Freddy's. I would do it.
I think that there is movie potential for Five Nights at
Well,
Freddy's.
there's really big potential for Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
There's
Just-
so
it's
much,
gotta-
like...
I don't know, because if you make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I'm just worried that, like, it's just going to be, like, the same thing. It's just, like, what I would want to see is, I would want to see or at least part in it, like, with the whole thing with the purple guy. You know, where he kills the kids or whatever.
Purple guy.
Yeah, the minigame purple guy. Not Bonnie. Because I know the character's names, it's the purple guy.
I don't know how exactly you'd go about doing it. One thing I will say is this one of the movies that I did in the Rise of the Critics episode was a 15-minute short film that was all done in Gary's mod, but it was still well done.
Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty good.
And it took an interesting look at it. Instead of being a security guard, the guy was a journalist, and he was trying to find out more about the Bite of 87, so he stayed at the restaurant for a night. The only thing that goes against that is the whole 5 nights part of it, but it was cool. It was cool. I think that'd be a good way to begin a movie, and then after that guy stays there for the night, the next day the security guard starts his shift.
I think that it's interesting, like, how they even think they need a security guard, because, as you can probably tell, the animals are pretty good at defending themselves.
It's pretty spoopy, you know.
Yeah, if anyone tries to break into that place, they're fucked, aren't they?
Yeah.
That is
Maybe
kind of...
it's not to keep anyone from getting in, it's to keep them from getting out.
This, I might be wrong about this, but you know what else I always thought was kind of weird? Wouldn't it, with the way the door is, I feel like it would actually take power to keep it open rather than have it closed.
That's kind of a good point.
Because I feel like it takes power to hold it up there. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't...
Maybe you're just a Bobby.
Maybe it's magnets?
Maybe.
Magnet? Did you say magnets?
Magnets.
Like,
Yeah, magnets.
But wouldn't that also keep it up? I don't know.
Maybe the magnets pull it down, they're in the floor.
But why would you design a door like that? I guess they weren't expecting the animatronics to come up to... Actually, they were, because it happened before.
I guess they weren't expecting things to get this spooky.
I guess they weren't expecting the Spanish Inquisition.
The first game, though, was actually... The second game is a prequel, so they definitely knew about this being a problem. I don't know, maybe they just really don't give a shit and really don't like security guards. Maybe, like, one of them got... Maybe the owner of the restaurant got kicked out by security guards so many times there was just a huge plot to kill as many guards as possible.
Like, take that, Bobby.
I don't know. They definitely, do put you in a rough situation, though, not even giving you, like, a gun or anything.
I really want a game where, like, I know there was for Gary's mod, but I want, like, in the one, I know that Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was announced, but what I want is I want you to be able to move around. Because that's what I was expecting from the first game, that was what I was expecting from the second game. I want to, rather than just checking security cameras, I want to be able to move around the place.
I feel like you probably will be able to in the third one. I don't know, like, I could be...
In the image that they just showed, or that Scott, the creator of the game, just showed, it looks like that there's someone, like, in the Golden Freddy suit. It looks like it's going to be, like, a human this time, like, instead of an animatronic. Which I'm totally down for.
I don't know about that, but...
Maybe. I don't know, but... Just, I don't know, I think it's a pretty interesting...
Unless somebody being stuffed into the Freddy suit.
It could be that, or, you know, it could be the killer. Because this is more than likely going to be another prequel. Then again, I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. I think it'd be better off taking place after the first game. So you have
You know what?
the past,
how
the present, and the future.
You know how I
Yeah.
would like, how I would like a movie to start off? I would like them to start it off with the bite of 87. Because, like, I just
That would
thought
be
about
cool.
that, and, like, that would be a great, like, opening scene.
Yeah,
I've
it's just a
seen-
happy
like, I've
birthday
seen
party.
People, like, make things. There's been, like, comics and, like, audio posts about, like, how the bite of 87 would generally go down.
I saw some of that
Yeah.
too.
A lot of people say that the security guard from the first game, Mike Schmidt, was the victim of the bite of 87. And I really like that. I don't know, I kind of like that idea, but then again, I don't
But basically what happened is that, like, well, theories speculate, and I think this is generally true, that a kid got a little too close to Foxy and chopped off the whole
Or
front of
Mangle.
his face.
know. Or Mangle.
Or Mangle.
Mangle would have more of a reason, I think, to cause the bite of 87.
Yeah, because kids
Then
were
again-
getting close to him, like messing with his parts.
Yeah,
Chopped off his face.
that's boony.
Maybe we'll all know someday. I will say this: I do hope Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is a conclusion. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't want the creator of the game to like really overdo something that he made. Because what he made was good. He made probably the biggest thing on the internet in 2014.
One of them.
I want 3 to just be like the closing, just the
I have a
absolute,
feeling
like,
that this is. I have a feeling
finally
that
we
this
get
is.
closure.
I have a feeling this is going to go on until 5. I don't know.
Five Nights at
Five
Freddy's
Nights.
5.
Even though none of the games have just 5 nights.
Yeah, it's just 5 nights. They're all like 6, 7, 8, 9 nights.
The final game will have 500 nights
500 nights.
at Freddy's.
500 nights at Bobby's.
It's just like the security, like the guy who calls you like day 138. Why the fuck do you keep coming here?
I need that paycheck, man.
You know, shuck you a dick for 25 cents.
Yeah, that's generally the security guard's attitude, isn't he? Because have you seen the paychecks they give you? It's not worth it.
Hey, we're shit.
Oh god.
Suck your dick for 25 cents.
Man,
If you were stuck in the restaurant and you were there early, like before the part, like before they start to go crazy, would you stay there and try to make it the night, or would you attempt to make a run for it?
I'd make a run for it.
I think I'd be too much of a pussy, so I'd make a run for it.
I think after the first night, if I survive, I'd be like, fuck it. Fuck it, I'm
see you,
out.
nerds.
Yeah, I don't think any of us would go back. I don't
Be
think.
like, see you, nerds.
I think
Or next time I'd bring a weapon. I'd bring something to defend myself.
I just would not go back. I wouldn't be a security. I wouldn't do it like if it was safe for $120.
Yeah. That'd just be too, like, eh.
Well, think of it this
It's
way.
not
this was in
worth
like
it.
this was in like 1980, or this was back in like the first one was back in 1993. People say because the paycheck is like minimum wage back then. It was a lot lower than it is now. Like I think now it's like 8 something. Back then it was like 4 something.
It's like 8 something, 7 something.
So
I think.
plus you're only working like how many hours? Like 6 hours a night. So it's not going to be that much.
You're technically working 5 nights, and then it just goes a little bit.
Well, yeah. Still, you're not getting paid that fucking much.
Yeah.
Even if it's even if it is for like 5 nights.
Oh.
Is this where you wanna be? I just don't care.
This would be pretty hard, but what if the security guard tried to jam the doors shut so they couldn't go back up? I don't know. That might not be possible.
Well, that would be at the end of the game. There would be no conflict.
Oh, I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think if you're in that situation, like how do you handle
I don't know.
it?
I don't know how it would be possible to jam the doors.
I think you could probably figure out a way, but you'd have to like actually take time to think about it, and take a look at the doors, hack the system, be a genius.
Take a look at my Bobby. She's the only one I got.
Or just, like, build something the next day you go into work so you can use it.
Hank Hill has invaded
block
the
the doors.
podcast, everybody.
Hi, everybody. My name is Hank.
What if you put plastic wrap around the doors and when the animatronics tried to make it, they just got stuck in the plastic?
So before you die, you just get like a fucking like good chuckle. Like,
Yeah, they don't struggle that long.
idiots. Oh god!
I just really think that if you were gonna go back there, you would bring some kind of weapon.
Alright,
What would you do against animatronic bunnies?
Fucking shoot them? Hit them with a baseball bat? I don't know. You've got a lot of options. A lot of things can kill people. You know what? They're animatronic.
You need a
They're made
pretty
of metal.
good
Probably
weapon.
bring some fucking magnets or something.
You need a pretty good weapon, but a bucket of water might do it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Unless, like, they are possessed and it doesn't really have anything to do with their mechanical system and they just keep moving because they're demons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or kid spirits or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Lost child souls.
I don't know. Alright,
My
so
dad's eating pizza. I can smell it.
let's name our favorite and least favorite animatronics.
Chica's my favorite.
Chica's also
don't
my
know.
favorite.
I
Chica's,
don't know why I'm really into Chica.
Chica scares me the most, so Chica's my favorite.
Chica's pretty hot.
I fucking hate this boy. I don't know why, but looking at his fucking eyes, I want to disassemble him. I hate him so much.
I saw
There's
this.
a burning rage.
I saw this one post about Balloon Boy. It says he's the only one who doesn't kill you, yet everyone hates him the most.
It's just the way he looks at you, because he's just he basically the entire time he like, to put an analogy of it, he doesn't use attack, he just uses taunt the whole time.
Yeah, he's kind of just like
He just mocks you.
He's
It's
kind
like
of
that one Kirby in Smash Brothers who just goes across the map, just hi, and somehow wins.
That's a better comparison, but I was gonna say it's just like Eric Cartman. He's fat and he's just over there like fuck you, like that. But
Yeah, I fucking hate him because he annoys you the entire time. He does worse than kill you. He annoys you. He's a nuisance.
I never really hated Balloon Boy that much. I don't know. In the first game, it was Freddy, just because I didn't think Freddy was all that. Like he was just,
He doesn't do much
Yeah.
for a
Yeah, like,
Five Nights at
even though
Freddy's.
he's like technically the main villain, if we're being.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they did it that way. Like I think it's good that he'll kill you if you run out of power. I think that's a good way to do it.
Bonnie and
Well, I mean, like
Chica
technically,
just do more
technically in
than
the
each other.
game. In the game, he's the most mysterious, just because he never really shows himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
like,
mean, like
sometimes
he's always like in
he
the well,
moves.
sometimes, but
He moves around like very little, but Bonnie and Chica are just all over the place.
Yeah.
and then there's I mean, like the most mysterious is definitely Foxy, but in the first game.
Yeah, Chica and Bonnie are my favorites. I like Foxy. It's just Foxy's jump scare can startle.
Everybody wants to fuck the fox.
It's easier for him to startle you, I think, because he just does come out of nowhere. Most of the time,
Well,
Bonnie.
if you catch him running for you, you're like shit.
Yeah.
He starts running, and it's like none of the other animatronics do that. They just stay where they are.
Bonnie
was originally.
Bonnie and Chica look scarier to me, but the thing I'll say, like with them, I think most of the time you're gonna get the Bonnie or Chica jump scare. You kind of see it coming after you played the game for a while, because you'll like be doing.
Markiplier at a point when he was playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2, he was just like not really affected.
Yeah. Like,
He slowly became like just disconnected, unaffected.
He's just like, oh, damn it.
he actually posted a
Like,
video
no, come
today
on.
of the second time he played Five Nights at Freddy's. The second time.
Yeah, just recently. I didn't watch it yet, but
I kind of skimmed through it. I wasn't that interested in it, but I saw bits and pieces of it because it was kind of funny because it was Markiplier when he was still terrified of the game.
I have not played the second one, but judging by like what I've seen, it's fucking impossible.
It's like I said, I played the tablet version, and
much
that's
harder,
easy.
from what I've seen.
I think the game, like when I see people play it, I don't know. I like the first one more. I think the second one I think the fact the second one was a prequel was genius with the way they explained it. But I think the
I
game.
thought the second one was a lot more interesting, just because of the puppet or the
Yeah,
marionette. What the fuck his name is?
I think the jump scares were
Marionette.
lazy though. That's like the thing that bugs me about this thing. I felt they were like really lazy because like you know.
Well, it's because like if it just shows up out of
Yeah.
nowhere, it's fine. But like for that one, they're like lunging at you. It's like a 2-second animation of like ah. Like fucking the Bonnie one is probably the worst. Like the toy Bonnie one, it's like it's just like ah.
With the first game, Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, and even a little bit of Foxy are very animated when they come out at you. They're moving, they're just like really into what they're doing. The others just kind of.
Are you talking about as if they're actors? Like, I thought the first actor that played Freddy was a little more, into it than the second one.
But like what I'm saying is, in the second game, they just jump at the screen and that's it. They don't even move. It's like the puppet just jumps at the screen, Foxy just jumps at the screen, Chica just.
Out of all the jump scares,
Chica goes crazy.
Out of all the animatronics, I think in the second game, the scariest jump scare would probably be either, I don't know why, but Mangle's always kind of.
Mangle's just creepy looking. That's why.
Mangle's just fucking weird. Or I think the marionette is also kind of. Just because it's a fucking, like, clown fucking thing.
Clown mask thing.
Clown mask mind thing.
It'd be really fun if, like, in the third Five Nights at Freddy's, like, the plushies were involved somehow. The little plushes they have sitting at the gift shop.
Yeah.
You know what I think would make for a good Five Nights at Freddy's 3 plot? The restaurant has been shut down for years. And someone who's in, like, I'm going back to the whole journalist thing that one movie did, but just hear me out. He goes into the building, though, because he wants to do a story on it. So he decides he's going to stay there, and he stays there for 5 nights.
Wait, wasn't that the plot of, like, the movie?
No, because that was just, he was there for 1 night and he died. I'm saying he's there for 5 nights, but, like, the gameplay is you going around the building, like, investigating, but you have to, like, have a flashlight on you, and, if you keep the flashlight on the animatronics, they'll stay put, but whenever the flashlight's not on them, they could be doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just like kind of a way I could see the third one going and making it, something new, something fresh.
Did we do anything with or on who our favorite animatronics are?
Yeah, I said Chica, Mitzy said Chica. And then she said her least favorite was Balloon Boy.
I didn't really say.
Before you get to that, my least favorite in the first one is Freddy, but in the second one, it might be Balloon Boy just because Balloon Boy Rick really isn't scary at all. He is just kind of there to taunt you.
Yeah.
I think my favorite Okay, I'm gonna go by like the different games here. Would we count from the first game? Would we count Golden Freddy as a animatronic?
Yeah.
All right, then Golden Freddy is definitely my favorite, just because like of how fucking creepy or rare it is to like encounter him.
It is kind
of like
jumpy.
Just because like nothing really compares to just how creepy he is. Plus, like he would like crash your game and shit, and
it's kind of
like when you first see him, you're like, what the fuck is that?
Can I just say this too? He's kind of like a different kind of jump scare. Like with Bonnie or Chica, it's like you're almost like out of your chair completely. But with Freddy, Golden Freddy, because he doesn't scream when he appears, he just appears on your screen. You're just like shaken up, and then you have no idea what the fuck to do.
Yeah, and you're just kind of looking at him for a while. Like it gives you time just to like look at him and then.
Yeah, like it's well set up.
The second one, I think he was
also like games that fuck with your actual computer. Those are the fucking just scariest.
Oh, yeah. I think honestly, in the second game, Freddy was the worst. Honestly, being honest. But the second game, my favorite was. I have a few favorites from the second game. I really like the idea of Mangle.
I like Mangle.
I honestly, everyone hates Balloon Boy. I really like him.
I don't hate Balloon Boy. He's just probably my least favorite because like I said, I go off the ones that scare me the most. And Balloon Boy is not scary, but I think it was a decent addition to the game. He adds to the gameplay.
Yeah. I like the what's his name? I like fucked up Bonnie. I like the fucked up Bonnie. Because I thought that was kind of a cool idea.
Really?
His face is all ripped off and shit.
I honestly, actually, I might get a lot of shit for this, but my least favorite actually might be the puppet. I don't know.
I really don't. I think everyone has their own opinion on them, but
I saw a fan-made story about what the puppet is, and I actually really liked what the fan story was. It was that the puppet's there to avenge the kids that died.
yeah, well, that's what a lot of people say,
And I like
that's
that.
what I think about too.
I like the idea of that. But
There was another idea that the puppet actually was the one that created all of the like the animatronics, like why they're haunted. Like he's the ringmaster of all.
I like a lot of theories, but my favorite in the game is probably Mangle, and my least favorite in the second one. My least favorite is probably Golden Freddy in the second one, just because I don't know. In the first one, he was like, kind of just like a mysterious, what the fuck is that? And here he's just kind of a floating head half the time.
Well, I mean, he shows up in the office pretty much the same way he did in the first one.
Yeah, but still, you can see him coming like from down the hall or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I for that one, I didn't really see him as that much of a scary.
Mm-hmm.
As scary as the other.
Either way, they'll all startle you at least once.
I mean, I think the scariest, honestly, in that game, in the second one, is Mangle. Just because he or she, I don't know what it is.
Because it's a big old spider fox thing.
Just
coming
because,
at
every time he shows up on camera, it's always hanging from somewhere else, or
You're supposed to...
when it's in the office, and that noise it makes, the radio noise. I don't know what the fuck that is.
One more thing I'll say about
it's
what...
broken voice box.
Yeah, I love that. I like the idea of of Foxy in general.
Yeah.
Just how they're always all fucked up and broken, whatever.
Everybody wants to fuck the fox.
I'll say
Oh my
this
God.
one more time. I think the concept and the gameplay of the second game is actually really good. I guess, without trying to sound too nitpicky about the whole thing, I do think the game lacks movement completely. I mean, I know the first game lacked it too, but when the characters needed to move, they moved. Because, you had Foxy running down the hallway, and like I said, the jump scares were really animated. In this one, you don't ever see any of the characters move physically at all while you're watching them. And
Yeah, that's kind of, because with Foxy, in the first game, when you saw him move, you're like, what the fuck is he doing?
yeah.
They don't move!
You're not supposed to do that!
You're not allowed to do that!
That's exactly what I screamed when it ran. The first time I saw Foxy's running animation, I was just like, you're not supposed to do that!
You're not allowed to. Shut up, behave.
Foxy Senpai, please.
Gotta kill fast! Gotta kill fast!
Sweetie, going for that booty.
Yeah.
But,
What?
yeah.
Oh. I think I must leave you guys. I have food prepared for me.
Mitzy.
My dad made pizza.
No.
Oh God, Bobby.
Mitzy.
Continue without me. If it ends without me, tell them that rip me and put on my gravestone that I died of 87 and that I was a whore.
Ripping pepperoni.
Okay, well, Mitzy was a whore. Anyway, on with the, DuckCast.
We meet every day.
I think we're just about done anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we've talked about what we want within the series, what our favorite and least favorite characters are. I think both the games are great. I think they're really creative. I do think the second game isn't as good as the first one, just because the first game clearly had the effort. I think the second game didn't need the effort because it was already popular.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's is fun though. Honestly, I love. It's one of those things that you see nonstop, and I'm one of those people who.
But it's not to the level of fucking Frozen or anything.
The thing is, I'm not bothered by stuff like that. If something gets big and I don't like it, I ignore it. And if something gets big and I like it, I'm fucking okay. That's cool. If I like it, if I actually get annoyed by something, then I can just stop paying attention to it. It's not that difficult. I mean, okay, maybe you'll see a post about Five Nights at Freddy's, but don't let it ruin your day.
Get your shit wrecked.
But like I honestly I'm okay with the fact that Five Nights at Freddy's is being obsessed over the internet. I think the fan art's really good. I think the theories are really good. I think the videos on it are really entertaining.
The theories are the best.
I think that it's like it's the same thing with Frozen. Or anything that just gets like really fucking big on the internet. As long as I like it, I'm okay with it. If I don't like it,
that's the same thing with a lot of.
Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Like I hear so many people say like will go on and on about how something's overrated constantly. They don't like it because it's overrated, but. If you post something about it and then over half the comments are bitching about how something's overrated, then it's not really overrated, is it?
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. I think we're going a little bit off topic now because Five Nights at Freddy's hasn't been really that complained about. Frozen has, but Five Nights at Freddy's.
Now they know.
But Five Nights at Freddy's is entertaining.
Yeah.
It's a good game. It's a good story. It's brought some good artists together, and I do hope we get a good movie.
I like the. There's one more thing I want to mention.
Okay.
The song by, the two songs by Living Tombstone. Michael.
Let me talk about it after you're done talking about it.
All right. This is just one more thing I wanted to say. I've had those songs stuck in my head for however long they've been out, and usually I get tired of that. Like, oh god, please just get out of my head. I listen to the first one and the second one especially, like every day. I'm obsessed with that shit. I love that. I love those songs, and I think he did like a fantastic job on those. I think that's honestly I listen to a lot of. I'm not a brony, but I listen to like some of the Living Tombstone stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really good. Yeah. And I know a lot of it's like the pony stuff, but whatever. Good music's good music. And
oh yeah.
He does good shit. He's really good. So.
Yeah. Let me put my input on it real quickly. I didn't like the first song at first, and I still don't like the second song. But the first song grew on me, and I like it now. I don't know why. Like, when I first heard it, I said, this does not sound like a song that you would hear from this game. But then, after hearing it a couple more times, like, okay, it's actually pretty good. The second one, I only listened to one time, and I had the exact same reaction with the first one. I don't really like it that much. But if I listen to it a couple more times, I'm sure my opinion will change again, just because that's exactly what happened with the first song, and in many ways, the second song is kind of like the first one. They don't sound exactly the same. They actually both, like, the first one's like a little bit more, I don't even know how to explain, but the second one's,
upbeat.
It's more upbeat, yeah, and the second one's more depressing.
Which I like. I think the second one is awesome. I think that was my favorite of the two, and I'm really excited to see what he'll do for Five Nights at Freddy's 3. If he does it, I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
But, if Living Tombstone, if you're watching,
he's watching.
He's always watching.
Yeah, all the big YouTubers watch us. The person who made the games is watching our podcast.
Yeah, and then he's gonna sue us for like, come on, guys.
Smosh watches our DuckCasts, and
totally, because we're.
Walt Disney watches our DuckCasts from heaven. Or hell, I don't know. Probably, I'd like to say heaven. But, I don't know him, of course, so.
I don't know him. He didn't really like the Jews, kind of like me.
He watches the DuckCast, though, so you should, too.
Kidding, I don't mind the Jews.
I almost ended the Skype call instead of the episode. So, next time on DuckCast, we'll find something else to talk about. It's actually.
I don't hate the Jews, by the way.
There's gonna be like 3 possibilities. But I will say the next one probably won't be with me, Cody, and Mitzy. It'll probably be with me and Stuart, or just me alone. Unless if they have someone that they want to do before me.
If they don't know who the Duck Brigade is, they don't know who Stuart is.
We'll introduce him!